Are you ready to take the first step towards financial freedom? Have you ever wondered if you will have enough money for retirement? You are asking yourself, how I will pay for my children's education? A valid concern is what happens if you fall ill and are not able to work. This could leave a gap in your income for the coming years. How will you be able to sustain yourself financially over the next 10-30 years? Then consider this. The average person spends a third of their life at work, so it is not surprising that many people are unhappy with this. Moreover, according to a survey, 89% of people do not like their job, and 99% believe they should make more money. Additionally, the average job lifespan is about 4.5 years, so most people will have multiple jobs throughout their lives. Furthermore, in recent years, there has been a trend towards automating job positions. This means that companies need fewer and fewer people to do the same amount of work. It is no longer sufficient to simply have a university degree in order to land a successful job. Nowadays, employers are looking for applicants who possess specialized experience and related knowledge from specialized courses. Keeping your job usually requires you to stay ahead of the learning curve and be knowledgeable in a variety of areas. It used to be attractive to forego dreams for a secure, well-paying job, but that is no longer the case. With rapidly changing technologies now more than ever, it is important to continue improving your skill set. Due to the growth of technology and changes in the economy, many jobs that were previously well-paying are now no longer existent. This makes it challenging for us to understand the impact of progress. Even if you manage to find a well-paid job, there is no guarantee that it will last, as companies are constantly downsizing, making no job truly secure. Just think about it this way. The traditional idea of working for 40 years and retiring with money from a pension is becoming less common. Nevertheless, it's still essential to be smart about your finances. This means not necessarily quitting your job or studies, but actively taking steps to ensure you're making sensible decisions about your money. It is time to be realistic. Living from paycheck to paycheck and expecting your life to improve on its own is not a sustainable method. If you want to gain financial stability, you must take ownership of your money and start making wiser decisions concerning it. Financial education is something everyone should have access to and be able to use, no matter who they are. Even if you don't think it's something that involves you, learning more about finances can be beneficial in many ways. Similar to the learning of reading and writing, financial education is an acquired skill that can be mastered with time and practice. As you continue to perfect this skill, you will witness improvement in your financial knowledge. Now, when we talk about financial education, what comes to mind? For many of us, the first thing that comes to mind is money. But it is something more than that. Financial knowledge is the ability to understand and manage money effectively. Those with a good understanding of finances have the ability to properly manage their money and meet their short and long-term goals. They are also well-versed in key topics like investments, tax planning, risk management, and other areas that impact their financial health. Therefore, whether you are starting to work on your own or preparing yourself for a safer future, improving your financial knowledge is a great idea. Furthermore, financial knowledge is not only limited to numbers, but it also involves developing positive monetary habits that will serve you for the rest of your life. With this in mind, in this video, I'm going to share some tips on personal finance and give you the knowledge you need to take the first step and reach your financial goals quickly. So, subscribe to the channel. The number one financial step you need to take before beginning is to know your net assets. The first step to increase your financial literacy is to determine your net assets. This will give you a better idea of your financial situation and help you make more informed decisions. Your net assets are determined by subtracting the total amount of your liabilities from the total amount of your assets. Assets are things like your savings account, shares, and other investments, while liabilities are what you owe, such as student loans or credit card debts. Now, what is the use of calculating your net assets? On the one hand, it will help you determine how much money you need to save to reach your larger financial goals. Knowing your net worth is a great indicator of your financial health. If your net worth is low, there are ways to increase it, and if your net worth is high, there are ways to protect it. The next financial tip you need to take before taking the first step is to control your expenses. Once you have calculated your net assets, the next step is to track your expenses. This will help you determine where your money is going and give you an idea of where you can make cuts if necessary. It can also help you set up budgets for different aspects of your life, such as housing, food, and public services. Now, most credit banks and cooperatives offer free budget trackers online, or if you have a predetermined budget, you can also track your expenses using a spreadsheet. You can even use an application to track your expenses, such as taking pictures of your receipts. On the other hand, there are several different methods to track your expenses. There are multiple budgeting strategies you can use, like the envelope budget or the 50-30-20 budget. However, whichever route you choose, tracking your expenses for a few months is key to understanding and following your budget. By taking a closer look at your finances, you can gain a better understanding of where all your money is spent. This will help you craft more effective budgets and create financial plans that are achievable in the future. Moving on to the next personal financial tip you need to take before taking the first step is: make a budget. Since you have a clear understanding of your financial situation, you can now plan ahead by setting realistic budgets. You can do this by making separate budgets for each of your expenses or by creating a plan to pay off any debt you might have. Both approaches are effective in helping you better manage your budget. A debt payment plan can help you decide how to use your monthly income to pay off your debt as quickly as possible. This is especially important for people with high debt levels, such as university students with a graduate loan. How much are you going to spend each month? How much are you going to save? What percentage of your income should be used to pay off your debt? These are just some of the questions that a budget can help you solve. The great thing about budgets is that there are multiple ways to create them, so choose the method that best suits you and your financial situation. Now, before I move on to the next subject, if you are struggling with debt, make sure to check out the video in the description. Now that is out of the way, let's move on to the next tip on what you need to know before taking the first step to achieve financial freedom, and that is: understand the impact of risk. As you learn more about managing your money, you will likely come across the term risk. It is something that you must consider when managing your money and something that you must understand. But then, what is risk? It is the probability that something will occur that will have an impact on your financial health. For instance, you may decide to invest in stocks that are riskier than other investments, such as bonds. These riskier investments have the potential to make you more money, but they can also lose value or not yield any results. What does this have to do with financial knowledge? Well, understanding the risk can help you make better decisions when managing your money. For example, if you invest in stocks, you should investigate the company and the sector it belongs to in order to manage the level of risk associated with the investment. The next tip I have for you when it comes to taking the first step to achieving financial freedom is to find out about investments. Now that you are aware of the risks, it is time to learn about investments. Investments are capital used for activities that generate cash flow, such as real estate and stocks. Investments come with a certain amount of risk, but they can also be highly profitable. Therefore, if you are just starting out, it is wise to limit yourself to low-risk investments, such as bonds and stocks in your country. You can also invest in yourself by spending money on skills and experiences that will make you more valuable in the long term. So, what are the best investments? The best investments are the ones you understand. Therefore, if you do not understand an investment, do not invest in it. Here is where you should apply Warren Buffett's famous saying, "Never invest in a business you cannot understand." As we already know, Warren Buffett has long recommended index funds for building wealth. Compared to most investments, these are much more cost-effective and less risky since they don't involve trying to accurately predict individual stock performance. Moving on to the next personal financial tip you need to take before taking the first step. Take care of your credit. Credit is an important part of financial education and money management, but it can also be dangerous if one does not understand what they are doing. If you have credit card debt, you are already taking advantage of credit. But if the amount is high, you may want to consider taking measures to reduce it. Additionally, you can build your credit by requesting a credit card and paying it off each month. If your credit score is low, you can take measures to improve it. Note that you can check your credit score and read your credit report for free once a year. If you find any errors, you can dispute them, and they will be removed after 30 days. Enhancing your financial literacy is not something that can happen overnight. It takes sustained effort and dedication. If you want to get started on this journey, a good idea is to check the finance books I recommend in the description section to gain more knowledge on the subject. You can also consult an experienced professional for advice. When you start, it is important to be realistic. Don't bite off more than you can chew, or you risk feeling overwhelmed. Instead, choose 1 or 2 financial objectives, such as paying off debt or saving for retirement, and focus your energy on achieving them. Now that you know how to build your financial knowledge, it is time to start. Following these tips will help you build a strong financial foundation, and once you have it, you will be well positioned to reach your financial goals. Now, if you want to master the rules of money, I recommend you watch this video next. Do not hesitate to share this video with people you know who want to know what is happening in the economic world. Subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts on today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.